Let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, when dealing with the rising tide of insecurity, a unified defense strategy is non-negotiable. That's the strategy that the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is adopting as it prepares to launch a counter-terrorism force across the sub-region. The bloc is mobilizing a 260,000-strong rapid deployment force designed to confront extremist groups and restore stability in West Africa. ECOWAS Commission President Omar Toure disclosed that the initiative will prioritize frontline states battling terrorism and armed groups. Finance and defense ministers from member countries are expected to meet in Abuja to finalize modalities for the force, which is projected to cost about $2.5 billion annually. Mayor, the ECOWAS mobilizing 260,000 forces for joint war against terrorism. Is this a step in the right direction
not only a step in the right direction, it's the best decision that they could make.
What makes it the best?
Because the major problem that we have concerning terrorism is that we are isolating it in the way we fight terrorism.
Okay.
In other words, Nigeria will fight terrorists. When things become so difficult, they will move from that place and move to Cameroon or move to Niger.
Okay.
Niger will fight, they will move to another place. If we have a rapid force of 260,000, which is a huge force, you understand? We will be able to fight these terrorists at the same time. And I've been saying it, the only way you can defeat them is to fight them at the same time. If you fight them like we are fighting bandits, and you fight them in Kaduna, they move to Zamfara. Then after some time, they will come back, you'll fight them, they move to Niger. You come back, they move to Katsina. You can't win that battle because you're making it easier for them to become very difficult to confront.
Yes.
But when you have a force, a West African force, you understand that you can deploy. You understand? You deploy all those soldiers across battle lines, across countries. All those frontline countries.
Yes.
And you are fighting them at the same time. So when you are fighting them, it is difficult for them to move because already there's a force in Niger, there's a force in Cameroon. You understand? There's a force that will back up. So when you move from this place, you cannot go and hibernate and come back another time. But the only problem that I have is, would they be able to raise the funds to do it? Because the funding. A lot of countries in West Africa see Nigeria as a big brother. In most cases, they push it to Nigeria to solve their problems.
Yeah, during the time of ECOMOG,
yes,
Nigeria
ECOMOG and all that, yes.
And
I don't think we have the resources to be able to come with that fund. But if, for example, foreign countries could come to fighting, especially America, fighting terrorists, can come and support us with the required funding, and then they can now mobilize soldiers from all the West African countries. It will be a perfect one.
I mean, another problem, BKO, given that some West African countries are pulled out of ECOWAS, will the military juntas fully cooperate with the ECOWAS troops here?
It has made it much more difficult, but I recall that the Chief of Air Staff told us, in spite of this disagreement, that they sometimes help to deal with some of these insurgents trying to cross the border into Nigeria. So there were occasions when the soldiers helped, because they also know that we need to work together. From the Nigerian end, we can stop these people from moving into Niger, for example, because we have an extensive border with Niger. And they too also know that it makes sense to also help us. So in spite of the fact that some of these West African countries have left the Union, the servicemen from those countries still assist Nigerian troops. Look at. But of course, even without them, we can still have collaboration, can still work with other neighboring countries, other West African countries. Cameroon is there.
Okay.
Benin Republic is there because
Yes.
the Mahmoud Awas, for example,
Okay. For
you know,
Part of
they are also operating in Benin Republic, especially in the Kwara area, the Barutin speaking area. They are also those guys are also going. They are crossing the border to operate in Benin Republic. So we know, and in Cameroon, Boko Haram is active. They still have some active cells inside Cameroon.
Exactly.
You know, there was a report I read recently that along the Cameroon border, that they killed a lot of ISWAP guys, and we still have Chad. Chad is still on our side, working with us. You know, the other day they arrested the son of the founder of Boko Haram,
Mohammed Yusuf.
Mohammed Yusuf. So we still have countries in the sub-region that we can work with to ensure that these threats are eliminated. And don't also forget, today you may not see those threats in Ghana, for example, but it doesn't mean that it cannot get to Ghana.
In fact, it has started in the northern part of Ghana.
In the northern part of Ghana.
So, so because in the past, Nigeria didn't have this problem.
True.
Chad had problems for years with insurgents, but we didn't have. But today, we are bound to live with it. And that's the way it is with Cameroon, too. Cameroon is facing multiple insurgency. You know, so I believe that this is a good decision on their part. I was reading about terrorism, and I read that 51% of deaths worldwide in 2024 were terrorism related. So it means that this is a big global threat that we need to address. And then the threats are growing, and they are more coordinated than we think. So we need a coordinated response to deal with coordinated threats from insurgents, from Islamists, from as far as Burkina.
So they chip in and take part of, also part of it, so that we'll be able to, because since the fall of Gaddafi and the Republic, what's now this? The ISWAP is affiliated to.
Is it Somalia?
The Caliphate.
Okay, the Caliphate, okay.
Since the end of the Caliphate, you understand, terrorism activities is more in Africa now than in other parts of the world.
Okay.
So this is like the theater of war for terrorism. So they can now come in and try to assist us financially.
Now, let's also look at the command structure. How will it be structured? Is it going to be, because looking at different countries varying, the issue of languages, is it going to be based here in Nigeria? They've
not come up with the structure, because you know this is still
on the planning stage.
Embryonic stage. But if you look at what we have with our neighbors, which came up as a result of the threat posed by Boko Haram.
Okay, the MNJTF.
Yes. The headquarters is in N'Djamena, but it is under a Nigerian commander.
Okay.
It's always been like that. Nigerian commander in charge, but the headquarters is in N'Djamena. You know, I think right now it's General Mutkut, who had worked in Malam Fatori and other places. Is the current commander of the MNJTF.
Okay.
You know? So I believe that they will work out the command and control structure, and hopefully the politicians who take the political decisions will be able to bring the funds that is needed to set up this standby force. But I know that even the president talked about it a long time ago.
Oh yes, he did.
That ECOWAS.
Okay, the ECOWAS standby force.
Yes, that there will be an ECOWAS standby force.
Yeah, when that was that coup.
Yeah,
yes,
the coup.
Yes, he said it at that time. So, and the CDS is also is working towards that. I know that he has visited some of the neighboring African countries, you know, to have conversation and engagement with his colleagues in those places. I've seen pictures. So I know that sooner than later, they will be able to put this force together. And I'm very sure 260,000 is a formidable...
very, very formidable.
So they will be able to help us deal with the threats, you know, from different parts.
From different parts.
West Africa.
How do you weigh in on this?
Yeah, like I said, it's a very good initiative. And I also believe that we can collaborate even with the countries that have left, because right now, Mali is having serious problem with terrorism, and now it's also prevalent in Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Those are one of the two.
Talking about that, the intelligence sharing.
Yes,
among the member countries.
Yes, they have to do that. That's why I said that.
Surveillance.
I see the security. I see the security agencies cooperating, even those who have left ECOWAS because of their own threat to their own existence. They will be forced to cooperate.
Will they be willing to share intelligence?
They have to do that. That's what I'm saying. They have to do that because, like I said, Mali now, terrorism is a strong problem now in Mali. And then it's running its head now in Burkina Faso, especially the northern part of Burkina Faso. Yes. So they have no choice but to collaborate with the security agencies in the ECOWAS, in the member countries. So, because like even those who are not even here, America, EU, will be forced to do that because they know that what terrorism can do to them and what terrorism has been doing to them. So it's an initiative that is good, and I think that will work. The only thing we need is basically financing. The command and control structure is no problem. Traditionally, a Nigerian general will probably be in control of it. One, we have more experience. We have a bigger army. You understand? Yes. We have a bigger army.
So we are going to contribute.
So yeah, we are going to contribute. Yeah, we are going to contribute
the most troops.
We are going to contribute the most of the funding. So
almost the same like ECOMOG.
Yes, ECOMOG. You know, ECOMOG was supposed to be. Yeah, the ECOMOG was supposed to, because I remember that Dele Momodu and I visited Sierra Leone during the time, and we could see that most of the people on ground are Nigerian soldiers. Yes. Though it's ECOMOG, but most of them are Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian equipment. So I don't see that as a problem. What I think is the will to do it, and then to be able to raise the necessary funds, and I think will be good. Absolutely.
You said they don't have a choice but to share intelligence,
no,
whether you're a member of ECOWAS or not.
They don't. You see, this is it's a threat that is real, and no one is insulated from it. And once you know that, you then know that you have to work together. It's like in a place of work, you don't have to be friends to work together.
Get the job done.
You know what is important is
get the job done.
And we've seen footballers who don't talk to one another, but when they have the opportunity, when he knows that even that player that
playing the same team,
yes, you know, like this guy in Bayern Munich, this French guy, the one with the scar face,
Ribéry,
and one other player, they were on talking terms. But if he sees that he's in a good position to score, he will pass to him.
But anyway, gentlemen, beautiful one. May I keep calling? So nice to have you
here,
on the show. BKO, as always, thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this with us.